are here to bring news of the war for Gaia and humanity.
This is a war that started many moons ago. We understand war is a painful word for many humans who are awake to the pain and suffering it causes. The war we speak of is not one of bombs and destruction, it is one of energy. We have much to tell you. We will try and be as clear as we can. Please understand, human language is limiting. It does not cover the concepts we want to help you understand. Like radio waves, airwaves that carry a signal across time and space, so too does the spectrum of life carry signals across time and space. Frequencies, wavelengths, determine dimensional realities. Galaxies, star systems, planets operate within the spectrum of frequency, just as all living organic things do. The material plane can exist in many dimensions, just as an ant experiences life from the ground, an eagle from the sky. Some species experience life in the stars, others on land. Many planets are inhabited underground. This is one of a few factors that separate Gaia and human life from many other life forms and lifetimes in the multiverse. To inhabit a planet is to have reached profound levels of spiritual growth and metamorphosis. The goddess, so named for her transcendence, Gaia, inhabits your planet Earth. She has done so for a long time. She, like all ascended beings, was hesitant to interfere with the evolution of humanity. Yet she watched as others abandoned this universal law and directly affected humanity's evolution. Wars broke out on her surface. Gaia woke from her slumber. She was dismayed. It takes a long time in human years for a soul inhabiting a planet to initiate and create or manifest trans-dimensional change. Gaia began her awakening to the plight of planet Earth thousands of years ago. With allies from the skies, she was able to curb the destruction at times, blank out the damage and corruption with ice and fire and water and air. She was able to halt or delay some of the rot. The return of the Anunnaki dramatically accelerated humanity's destructive impulses and directly challenged Gaia's attempts to reset balance on her world. The invention and use of nuclear bomb technology changed the game. The Anunnaki understood their time was ticking, that many would come to Gaia's call to aid her in her efforts to thwart the reptilian warlords. It was understood by many who had held back from engaging with humanity that something had to be done. We were all aware of the ancient prophecies, the texts and symbols left dotted across this galaxy and others, clues to a great transformation. The crossing point is the frequency between the fourth and fifth dimension. This is very tricky to speak of, as the multiverse is quantum, not linear. Although we use the language of borders or tipping points, these are within a multi-dimensional construct. The Anunnaki prey on fledgling civilizations, life forms, at the early stages of their journey. They are able to charm and impress with superior technology, black magic, and tricks. They can perform miracles. They can outlive all and everyone else. They assert themselves on thrones of gold, mining the gem they revere for its subatomic qualities. This is the Anunnaki's MO, if you will. Planet Earth is an unusual planet in her abundance, beauty, and spectacular gifts. Despite being on the far reaches of a far-off galaxy, planet Earth has a reputation that has spread far and wide. Many souls choose to visit her. Rich in minerals, revered as a pearl in the oceans of stars, moons, and planets, planet Earth is vulnerable in her glory. This is largely why the Anunnaki came. They knew of the ancient predictions, but chose to ignore or believe they could change the timelines. They still believe this and are working hard to halt the ascension process. The prophecies that traveled far and wide were of a blue planet of wonder and magic. She would be inhabited by a sleeping goddess. When darkness came, it ravaged the lands. and the people on her for thousands of years. There was war, famine, disease, destruction, and manufactured fear. This created a karmic trap. Souls entered the human life form for one lifetime, but experienced such trauma and abuse, fear, and violence, they got caught in the prison of the Anunnaki's control, returning time and again to human life form, unable to organically progress into other dimensional realities. Some got stuck in the fourth dimension, craving the pleasures of Gaia, possessing those still with bodies in the third dimension. Others were summoned by warlords and masters, seeking to make alliances with the darker side of the fourth dimension, to use it for control and power, to harness demonic energies and use them to establish vast wealth, status, and power. This system of control grew and became rooted into planet Earth's frequencies. The fourth dimension got heavier, denser, more populated with lost and demonic souls. The third dimension exists on fear. Gaia recognizes that to free herself, her planet, her celestial body, and her people, she must raise her frequencies out with the third and fourth dimensions, disabling the Anunnaki's wavelengths of control. To fight warlords with war is to give them what they desire. To fight warlords with frequencies was the only way she could reassert her sovereignty. Gaia has been slowly raising her frequencies from the inside out against a constant barrage of enemy fire. As word spread, the skies began to fill with her allies, angels and spaceships. Even the sun in his masculine energy has joined the grand intervention. We all aim our higher vibrations of love and peace at Gaia, at her people. This is the prophecy. The goddess Gaia will transcend fifth dimensional frequencies, liberating her planet and people. She will have enemies and allies. Despite the prophecy, the enemy are not backing down. They have themselves become addicted to the fourth and third dimensions' vibratory field. The fallen angels have long forgotten fifth dimension or beyond bliss. They are so steeped in the quick fixes and short-term highs planet Earth offers, they can no longer see their escape route. They have forgotten they never intended to stay. They have thousands of dedicated followers who worship them as gods, who energize them with sacrifices and depravity. But all of this is no matter. The war and destruction currently playing out on planet Earth has been the near constant state of play since the reptiles colonized the planet. Clues have been left dotted across the planet, pyramids and stonework, that bears evidence of superior technology, of a distorted narrative of human history. Imperialism is in the blood of the Anunnaki and has been bred into ruling classes. The part human, part reptile emperors, kings, and queens, corporate kingpins, as you would say, who are the pharaohs of your world today. The same souls inhabit these kings and queens. They have chosen to remain in the fourth and third realms, to reject the light of peace and reflection. They choose to stay steeped in the blood of the innocents on gold thrones. We cannot change this. Gaia cannot change this. They have sovereign right as souls in the vast multiverse to make their choices. The karmic hamster wheel of planet Earth has to stop now. Those souls who wish to get off are to be given the choice. We understand this is divine timing. We are not their creators. We have no direct knowledge of who they are. We understand some of the mathematical intricacies of the multidimensional universe, but we do not know of the very beginning. There is evidence found throughout time and space of this Gaia's ascension. the rising of a goddess to free a planet and her people. Gaia's vibratory signature has penetrated barriers of engineered blocks to reach out and call out to her allies, and we are here. The programming to only believe something is real when the state, the church, or the crown tell you it's real is very old. Humanity has been conditioned to think this way for too long. Now is the time for knowing. Your leaders will not tell you the truth. They cannot. They are committed to their narrative, their perspective, their greed and narcissism. They cannot and will not confirm what they know to be true, for fear it will destabilize their grip on your world. The evidence of our presence is everywhere. Photos and film of craft in the sky, historical evidence of extraterrestrial engagement and intervention, psychic evidence of alternate realities and parallel worlds being recognized as probable through quantum theories. The truth is hidden in plain sight. You are programmed, blinded to it. Do not wait to be told we are here. Know we are. We do not reveal ourselves to you openly for two reasons. We do not want the trigger-happy child souls running the show to start shooting at us. The military chiefs and princes with weapons, power, wealth are very immature souls. They have clung to the polarities of lower dimensional frequencies out of fear. They have no courage to grow up, to face their true selves, assume responsibility. They enjoy the distraction of war games, of power plays, using toys of terror to hold cities, countries, nations in the palm of their hand. They play God because they have no maturity to connect to the divine presence within them. Secondly, we do not do war. We are beyond the polarity of the lower frequencies. We see only loss and unnecessary chaos with weapons and war. Our ships are constructed with quantum technology. We no longer need, use, or want primitive technologies like nuclear warheads or militarized weaponry. We work with vibratory fields of light. Our weapons, as you would describe them, are supersonic. They work on frequencies. They disable third-realm weapon technologies. They also cause malfunctioning of all AI operating in third-dimension wavelengths. Our sonic tools enable us to blast higher energetic frequencies into your atmosphere, disabling chemical and synthetic machinery. The Anunnaki, the hybrid warlords, are not fighting us. There is no point, and they understand this. They are concentrating all their energy on maintaining their control systems, what you call the Matrix. The only way they can ensure a slave population on planet Earth is to keep humans vibrating at lower wavelengths, where you are easy to manipulate. This is why the war is described as being a war for humanity's minds, bodies, and souls. Humanity is the war, the focus point. Your bodies, your organic and light beings, are being targeted by the infiltrators' fear frequencies, as well as Gaia's and cosmic higher frequencies. Humanity is being pulled one way and then the other, caught in the middle of an ancient war for energy, for gold, for minerals, for souls, and for blood. We ask that you stay close to loved ones in love vibration. Those who are awake, please work to stay in love vibration, even when the war and destruction around you threatens your very sanity. Awakening people make their choices. Shine bright for them. Show them the lighter ways of joy, peace, and abundance. The stage is set, the lines drawn, the veils are lifting, and the truth is seeping into the collective consciousness. You are not alone. You are not free. You can be. Manifest wisely at this time, awakened ones. If you have resonated with our words, avoid negative emotional states for too long. Meditate and heal. Reconnect with Gaia and help her power up in nature by realigning your frequencies to hers. This strengthens her. We are watching and we are close by. There will be no more nuclear war. This is a unanimous agreement among the intergalactic communities. This has been in place for half a century. We have not intervened with more primitive weaponry as of yet. It is a balancing act between intervention and humanity's right to free will and choice. Many of the key Anunnaki have left, but some cling on, desperate to milk this little planet and her people for longer. Too much has been done. Gaia has reached her plateau, her moment of rest before her next great shift upwards. The wars continue. Humanity is brutally traumatized, yet too many they remain untouched, unmoved by the plight of others. They see only themselves and their own divine rights. We pity these souls, but respect their right to choose to remain in the third or fourth dimensions, with an empty planet, her core gone to higher dimensional realities. We reach out to those who resonate with our words. We offer peace, love, and comfort. Use energy for protection. Be at once grounded and expansive. Trust divine universal love. We come in peace. We come in light. We come in love. In our hearts for planet Earth, Gaia, and humanity. Peace.